Hello and welcome to the Mr. Relationship Man podcast series. I am Ronnie Walker, your master coach of exceptional dating, relationships, and sex. And today, this afternoon, this evening, we are going to talk about the friend zone. Now, this has been a long time coming because this is something that I've covered in my coaching and consults for a number of years. And of course, it's something that as men, we speak about in barbershops, cigar lounges, just any group of men. Hell, they could just have to be playing basketball or something, some form of sports. And I can't tell you whether this is going to be a long one or a short one. I'm just going to let it rip unedited. Mistakes be damned. And so, of course, if you have some questions or comments that you'd like to leave, let you know now. You can reach out to me on resultswithronnie.com, the website, or you can go to resultswithronnie@gmail.com and just let me know your thoughts for the men and women. Now, this discussion, for the most part, is something that I believe is going to lean more towards the women, if just because this is a term that men use, but women really participate in the most. And by that, I mean this. Look, when it comes to something that we're going to term as the friend zone, men, well, let's put into the men that are looking to have fun, and then there are those men that are intentional. They're looking to build something forever after with a woman. Okay, so we're talking marriages that end goal, or if you're in the spirit of a partner for the lifetime, however you define that. So when we talk about friend zone, men will term this as a woman that they wanted to get with, and it was fun, and they realized they couldn't, so they put her in a friend zone, or the woman put him in a friend zone. Now, here's the thing, and again, your experience may vary, but the men, there's usually, even though they're termed as friends, he will never turn down the opportunity to sleep with her, unless there's something that really has come out, or he feels that she's living her life in a way that he feels is going to put him in some form of danger. He'll still have sex with her. That's a given. I've heard this many times from women who said, yeah, he's my friend, but he won't turn down the opportunity if I gave it to him. However, women who put men in the friend zone could have at one point been intimate with him and realized that it wasn't going to be anything better, or that they don't see anything long-term with him, or it was someone that pursued her, and for whatever the reason is, the feelings wasn't there, the energy, or maybe there was some traits that she picked up that didn't like. So, but nonetheless, he's good with someone to go hang out with or chat on the phone with or whatever. And you'll hear men say this all the time: look, I'm not looking for any more damn friends. So we're going to do this, that, or nothing. But again, this is something that women tend to do. So why are we talking about this? Well, here is something that I've been asked over and over and over when it comes to women and trying to find good men. Where they at? And I can't tell you how many times, ladies, for those of you that are tuning in, and many women will agree, men will agree, that they will often say, well, he's probably in the friend zone. And men don't say that flippantly. They really, truly believe this. They really, truly believe this. That this is something that there is a quality man that you friend zoned. You really have. And he's there. But this begs the question is, why is he there in the first place? And when you ask the women, the answers vary. He's not tall enough. He's too tall. Doesn't have enough money. There is something about the man. Then the man's mind says, like, okay, so he's supposed to be perfect. And again, In fairness to the women can want whatever they want. There's no doubt about that. However, where the contradiction comes in is when women are describing the man and the man is that. But there's something that can come across as intangible. It's like, really, is that the one thing that you're holding against this man as to why he's not the one? It just makes no sense again, because, as men, we really think logically. We're thinking return on investment. So we're putting time and, of course, money into this. Then we want something to see, well, okay, well, what is there in return? And so we're looking at it to a point where it's like, well, okay, if this is what you're looking for, and this man is providing that, but yet, because he's 2 inches shorter than you'd like him to be, you're gonna throw the whole man away? No, he's still a friend. And no. This is what you say you're looking for, but you're gonna let 2 inches of height keep you from it. Now, there are ladies listening, oh, women are not that extreme. Yes, they are. If you've spoken to as many women that I have professionally, personally, over the years of my life, I can tell you women can be that extreme. Now, to certain women, they may not be extreme. They're determined that he must be 6'4", and he's 6'2". All right, sis. If that is what you want, then that is what you want. Now, we can talk about the stats of how many men really are over 6 feet. But again, there also are those women who say, damn to be the stats. All right, well, good. Again, want what you want. Just own the outcomes of what you want. So you have women that friend zone men that if they talk to enough men, if they ask enough of their other male friends, that he is exactly who they're looking for, but they let this little thing get in the way, at least to the man. And so this begs the question, why is it such a big thing to you? Why? Why is it such a big thing that you're going to let that little thing, let's just say he leaves it, top off the toothpaste? I mean, the things that I hear, or you'll hear something that women say a lot, I don't know what it is exactly, that I can't pinpoint it, but there's something there. So instead of exploring it, then he's friend zoned. Now, mind you, this, whatever this is that she's looking for, could come out in the wash. Then she figures that if it's not on the timeline that she figures out, and here's the thing, what she may be looking for isn't even there. But again, I go back to, she can want whatever she wants and look for whatever signs she's looking for, but just be real clear that there's a consequence to that. And as long as you own it, you're good. Here's another thing that men have picked up, and you can speak to enough men, ladies, that you're listening into, and it could be friends of yours, family members, or whatever, but listen to the men. Don't always talk to women when we're talking about men. Talk to the men. Make it a point to do that. You'll find women years later that discovered that is the case, that he was the one, or he is the one. And so then they double back. Now, some women won't because of pride, the fear of rejection, or a myriad of reasons that they think that maybe it just wasn't meant to be. They go back, and for some reason, they still expect that man years later to be the same man, when either A, he's grown to another level of his purpose, or B, he's met somebody. You may not know that until, of course, you go back and say, you know what? I realize now that you're that person. And they say that, they're happy that finally, of something that they've been trying to convince you of or speak to you about for some time, but this is not what happens. Or this happens a little too late because now I've met someone. So this is something that, again, of course, this happens to men. I listen. I've had enough dinners bought for me and happy hour sitting down with brothers that realized that she was who he was looking for all along. I mean, there's movies about it as well, from women that realize that or men that realize that. But we all know that in a lot of ways, life, as they say, art imitates life. But at the same time, if we're fortunate, that person will be available for you. But many times it's not. And as long as you can accept that, well, then that still doesn't mean that you will never meet anybody. But at the very least, you will get an idea of what you really truly are looking for. And you've matured to the space that not everything's going to be flawless. And as much as men and women like to say they're not looking for perfection, if you really listen to them, that's surely, that is pretty much how it sounds. Now, the truth is also that the men that are in your friend zone are definitely not for you. So I'm not telling you to that, every woman listening to this to tune into that, but really, this is just a call for you to really think about who you're looking for in your life. And what is it that could possibly be keeping you from meeting that man? Gentlemen, and because I'm talking to intentional gentlemen, you have you're pretty clear in what you're looking for. But there are times when we're letting past relationships or traumas that we didn't seek help in that keeps us from honing in on that woman. So just because it's intentional doesn't mean that you've got it all together. It just means you have a better understanding, a clarity in who you're looking for. But be clear as to why you're looking for that particular type of person. So this is something to consider. I'm hearing this over and over from men and women of how challenging dating is. And I get it. Now, I've often said that men and women make dating harder than it has to be, and I still stand on that. I mean, the things that I hear in my consults, the things that I hear on these social media platforms is disastrous, to say the least. As many people that have challenges with social media, I truly believe in many ways, it puts a mirror to one's face. And it really shows them how they are, that if they were to look at themselves later, they'd be surprised at what they see. Because I've heard things out of their mouth is that's not me. At the very core, that's me. That's not me. But yet you get on this platform and people show the whole natural ass. And it's sad to the point because you've now disqualified yourself from some good men and women. And it's not just as simple as just saying, well, if they can't take this and they're just insecure. No, pitting the whole narcissist taglines and insecure taglines or who hurt you. And it's really played. And we really need to get over this. Does that mean there are some that are? We know. But to hear some men and women tell it, like 99.9999 of the people are that way. And less, I mean, if we're going to be honest in meeting someone that we want to spend our life with, we know that's not the case. Now, if you want to debate, what percentage there are, go for it. If it's something that I can find a stat on, then I'd share it. But there are some good quality men and good quality women out there. And some of those men and women are closer than you know. You, at some point, with certain people, are putting up a blocker that is really keeping you from happiness. or an extended happiness, because of course you're coming in happy. So this is something that I just want you to take some time to consider. Some of you made some rash decisions in a heated moment or debate because you're thinking that the person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, you have to agree with 100%. And maybe only agree with each other 99%. But you're going to let that 1%, and based on what it is, you could be right, you're going to let that keep you from moving on to another love in your life from an intimate space. I'm just asking you to once again reflect on self, because if you know anything about me and the way I coach, it is coming from a space of self-discovery. This is something that you really need to take to heart. You have to start with self. That is something that I learned many years ago. I still work on myself. So with that being said, this is just food for thought. That man you're looking for could be right next to you. The man you're hanging out with at happy hour or going to the movies. And here's the funny thing, ladies, he knows he's the one. And it's confusing to him as to why you haven't seen that. Now, some men, well, and I would even say that most men don't want to stick around to be in the friend zone. They're just going to move on. And as I say, they don't want to be friends. They're not going to sit here and stand by while you're out here going to knucklehead after knucklehead and getting your ass handed to you. And then you're running to him. And a lot of them just going to go. Others, if just for pure entertainment, will sit here and look at this happen. And if just because they know that one day you're going to get the light bulb is going to come on in your head, and then you're going to realize. And again, if you're lucky, he may or he may not. Gentlemen, just because you can doesn't mean you should. And by that, I mean this. Just because the numbers are on your side as a man, there's tons of women. I'm just of the mindset that if you meet her, go in all the way. Full steams ahead, hit that gas full throttle, and go get her. We're not promised tomorrow. And if we are, that doesn't mean we're going to be the same as we were yesterday. Now, I'm of the mindset that we may be better, and we should be better day to day to day. But you know what's also a beautiful thing as a better man, as being a better man with an incredible, exceptional woman by your side. Like I said, I believe we were built for relationships. We were built for relationships. And I get it. We all want to be happy and single, and you can be that. But do I believe we should be that for till we go to our grave? No. But you believe what you believe. And I believe that the reason you're listening to me is because you want someone in your life. So, with that being the case, if you meet her, go get her and let her know you're coming after her. You're looking to pursue her. Now, not chase her. Right? We're not chasing women. I'm leaving this whole chasing nonsense. I know there are many women who want you to. No, you just want to make your intentions known. Make your intentions known as to why she is that one. And find out where she is in that space. Now, if she figures that you're good as a friend and you don't want to be there, then gentlemen, you have every right to not want to be in that space. And you're going to use your time and interest elsewhere. And if you're so that, at the very least, you don't mind having a friend while you still go pursue someone that is in alignment with you, then go do that too. Again, do it how you choose to do it. But I do believe that, this whole running through, 10, 15, 20 women really is non-productive in a way, especially if you have intention and you want to build something great. But do what you do. I mean, far be it from me to sit here and tell you what to do with your life. I'm just giving you what I find, and in the years of me in this space, what works for many people. But yet my consults and coaching is customized. So maybe what I'm talking about here may not be that, but something else that I suggest for you is what you're looking for. So listen, I know this is a conversation I'm going to continue with to have more and more, especially when we talk to Friendzone, because, the more I listen to men and women, especially women that are having challenges, I really truly find that far too many women are not looking far enough, and they're also looking in the wrong places. Many of them, or ladies, many of you are still wasting your time trying to change your man that fits your type, but know that overall he's not for you. So you're trying to shift them. It happens over and over and over, no matter how often women deny this. So let me turn this off for a second. Let me turn the music off and let's see where we're at. So with that being the case, I really need you to hear me. Take some time and dive into you and really be honest about yourself, with yourself, as to what you're looking for. And of course, if you're having some challenges and to what that may be and what that may look like, well, then you're going to reach out to me. You're going to reach out to me at resultswithronnie.com and book a consultation, or go to resultswithronnie@gmail.com, book a consultation, and let's really talk about this, because I want you to find who he is. And gentlemen, for those that believe that they're not above a little direction, you can reach out to me at resultswithronnie@gmail.com as well. She is out there. He is out there. And all this conversation of friend zone is just letting you know that he or she may be closer than you think. And so if that's a space that you feel that you don't ever want to deal with because you've already done the vetting and this is where they're going to be, okay, then that's cool. That's on you. But I've also spoken to many couples, incredible couples, married 30, 40, 50 years. Do you know how many times I've talked to couples where they started out truly not liking each other for whatever reason? I mean, the reason is they argued about any little thing, and then some defining moment happened or situation, and they saw something in each other, and it went from there. And for some couples, there was some growth, and they realized that who they had was really what they were looking for. Now, mind you, we're not talking about those who really feel that they have no choice left, and this is what was left. And so you can pick those couples up too, because you can tell that she's there or he's there because what they wanted, they didn't qualify for, or, they figure, well, hell, I'm not getting any younger. We know those couples too, and they do exist. So we all know that because a couple has been together a number of years, that they're a happy couple. I will never say that. But I will say that for those of you that are dating, really do consistent self-reflection on who you are looking for. Because some of what you're looking for, A, you really may not have gotten yourself prepared to meet that person, or B, you may be expecting something that really isn't there and you really don't need. But again, want what you want. But just take some time to look in your friend zone, because he or she may be there. My name is Ronnie Walker, master coach of exceptional dating, relationships, and sex. And we're talking to Friend Zone this week. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful time in the dating space, and hoping that you meet the one that you're looking for. Reach out to me at resultswithronnie.com, also at datingdiscussions.com, where you can also have a woman's point of view for you ladies listening in. Or gentlemen, listen to her, a very qualified and well spoken, as well as an experienced woman that she could foster. So listen, thank you for taking time to tune in. I hope you enjoyed the music in the background as I gave you a couple of selections. And I look forward to talking to you soon. Have a wonderful day. Take care.